that little mouse, cause I'm an albatross.
The Kaya still. I feel like the Claude needs to be answered here as well. Possible first pick here for Execration if it does get banned out though. I feel like the Grok is an A-OK counter against Claude Aggression, but you know, it's a coin toss. Whoever you pick out or whoever you ban out, you're giving away someone on the left.
Yeah, that's the beauty of having 3 bans though. It kind of still gives you the opportunity to try to single out anybody away from your opponent, but at the same time, it's all about the composition here. It's how well the chemistry works for the draft, so it's not just about
Oh, Cho, there you go. This is what we were talking about. Although, again, I don't feel like it should have been first pick priority. I feel like the Cho could have gone on the second rotation for Execration, considering SGD Omega, they barely play that hero. So, because of that, of course, you're gonna be happy to pick up the Harith. Scary pick as well. Earlier, it was so powerful in the hands of Buck, but we're gonna see if that could be a different story on the hands of either Carl or I feel like it will be Carl losing this though.
Carl Harris, kind of something that I'm looking forward to see. But a Belric is going to be picked up by Heath. Now Execration, they still do have Stamus, is what I was about to say, and Lancelot, but kind of didn't work during game number 1. Probably should focus on locking down Harith for that matter.
Yeah, Harith is going to be a very solid pick. I would have loved if what if SG Dragons Omega got the Claude, right? I think they will.
I mean, if they do get it again, it's if it's not broken, why fix it?
I would love to get the Claude here. However, that will prompt Execration to go for a lot more hard counter, hard crowd control. As predicted, there you go. Claude being locked in by SG Dragons Omega. Next ban.
The next ban, I mean, a Lolita kind of doesn't matter anymore. A Minotaur would work well.
Minotaur, yeah, perfect.
So that's a good ban for Execration there.
Yeah, so far Execration are going full melee again. I like that. They really want to play out. The way they want to play out this fight is they want to show a strong map presence. You know what? Strong team fighting presence. Melee and sturdy heroes usually, you know, turn out really well for them, especially with a Cho in the composition.
Yeah. And the bans are going to be Mortis and Lunox here. SGD could, they have all the damage they can, they just need to make sure that they're safe. A Minotaur pickup would make sense, especially if Cho's going to be there, but Nakai also works well. If Thomas decides to dive in or Cho, a Hurricane Dance will peel them off of Dale Villas and Lex Eterna. But a Minotaur is finally going to be picked up by Execration. If the Zaman Force comes in just as the Minoan Fury pops, yeah, that's going to be it. And a Kagura pickup as well by D, and that's something. Yin Yang overturn to the Minoan Fury, and Lex Eterna and Heath are going to be focused on that single spot.
Yeah, and so far I feel like SG Dragons have a good security. Oh,
Lapu
okay,
Lapu.
let's go.
This is the first Lapu Lapu in the season.
I like that. I like that the Lapu Lapu is going to be making an appearance here. The Minotaur was perfect, supposedly, for SG Dragons Omega, but I feel like the Yakai pick works pretty much the same way. Okay, full melee composition almost. Even the Kagura is a bit melee in a sense, where you have to really go up into the face of the opponent before you can use Yin Yang Overturn properly. So, any predictions, my friend? Any predictions at all?
Man, it's hard to tell. Kind of looks like an Execration draft, but they have to make sure that their combos happen. I feel like it can be Execration with SGD Omega, especially with that clinch Lapu Lapu pick. Might just be able to come out on top, force a 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, a 2-0 here is a very open possibility for SG Dragons. Depending on whether or not, again, they will be able to pull off the very squishy early game that they have. Harith with Claude, it's not easy to take care of. I mean, they have their own shielding, they have their own mobility. But that is a big but if they can actually get items and be strong and do enough damage with their ultimates.
I mean, again, it's going to be down to Heath and Alexei Zerna to make sure nobody touches them at all in the early game. As soon as the mid game starts, yeah, we can see them finally join in the fight, but it's all up to those two tanks to make sure nobody touches their carries.
Yeah, I feel like the double tank composition meta is here to stay. They do have a lot of control in the early game, in the mid game. Late game is a different story, obviously. If this match goes longer than 15 to 20 minutes, I feel like it's going to be an Execration game still. But they do have a very strong early game. Execration has a strong early game. Really, really tanky combat.
Really tanky comp, yeah, it would be a huge factor. If they could force fights in the early game, just the small skirmishes, not the prolonged engagements, they can come out on top slowly but surely, get their win conditions. But I'm pretty sure SGD Omega recognizes that. So.
Yeah. So again, guys, please, if you just arrived, don't forget, share the stream, use hashtag #BeLegendary, and we're gonna see if SG Dragons Omega can clear this out with 2-0, or will Execration come out on top? Hashtag EXE win, Exec win, or hashtag SGDO win.
SGDO win, yeah.
Yeah, so let's know who you think is going to be winning in this game. Game 2 for the first series of today. And let's move on into the fight. So that's a lot of melee heroes, as I said, for Execration. Are they gonna go for early game presence here? Try to go for the the mid, the big pickoffs? I don't think so. I feel like Levi on the Lapu-Lapu is a big, what do you call that? A really confusing pick for Execration. I don't think they expected this at all.
Yeah, I mean, let's take a quick rundown on Lapu-Lapu. He has the Justice play, you got the Brave stance, and Chieftain's Rage. It's a lot of melee damage, a lot of physical damage that are coming in all at the same time. Pair that with Dale Dulles, pair that with Caldsea. They're going to be having a hard time, Execration, if they just let Lapu-Lapu go online, Dale Dulles go online, Caldsea. I mean, just also especially considering the fact that they are all melee.
Yeah, melee compositions work well when you collapse, right? If they're a 5-man unit, plus they're also very sturdy in the laning phase. So I want to see the team fights later, especially when Lard sets up a big, if you're a big ultimate. So something that I'm really waiting for here is whether or not they're gonna start the early game fights with Diane. One big Way of the Dragon at level 4 will probably tip the scales in favor of Execration. However, it looks like SG Dragons, they have a different plan here. The Freeman composition here for SG Dragons Omega really is working well in making sure that Carl does not die on Darren.
Yeah, and this is what SGD Omega is good at. Rotating as a team, having a huge gank squad rotate all at the same time to make sure that everybody is safe, check up on everybody. But as I'm saying, that Turtle is being started here by Execration. Steel might be the case here. Dark Knight Falls is going to be popped. The Hurricane Dance as well is going to be popped there. Turtle is going to be secured. Zama Force is going to be popped as well. Pakbet will be able to secure a kill there, making it a 5v2, a 5v3 situation. Dale Dulles overstaying his welcome. And this is the advantage that Execration has, just like what you said, early game is where they're at right now.
So do you see now what we are talking about? It's so hard to deal with this composition in the early game with so much tankiness on almost all of the members of Execration. 3 minutes in, they already destroyed first tower on the top side. And this is exactly what their composition is supposed to do. We're gonna have to wait and see if it is going to work out well for them, because right now, Execration will have a small opening where they can probably also take down Lord.
Yeah, a Lord secured by Execration will really be something here. SGD Omega, if they can stop that from happening, they could win, but I don't know, Execration is looking pretty strong here. I think they want to force it into game 3. They're looking like they want a game 3.
I want a game 3 for these guys, obviously. At the same time, SG Dragons, they have a strong composition. It's just that mid game is where they will shine. Once we have Heath with good items on the, what do you call this guy? The Belleric, and as well as Levi. Lapu Lapu, there's a reason why he doesn't get picked up a lot. That's because he takes a long time to go online.
Yeah.
Let's see if Dale Dillis can actually do something about that, though.
I mean, if Lapu Lapu could just get his farms without anybody contesting him, that would be a good thing. Not as impactful as Dale Dillis or Carlson that Harris and Claude, I agree.
Boy!
But speaking of which, Dale Dillis kind of got caught there. That same umbrella open just hurt him.
Wow, Execration, they are rushing this. Tower is already almost half HP within 4.5 minutes, and they do not want to let go of the tempo. SG Dragons have a lot of catching up to do here, because they are being pushed around here, being kicked to the ground.
Yeah, and I think Execration realizes that, hey, we need to take the early game, and that is exactly what's going to be happening here. Execration just taking advantage of their early game spike. They are doing what they can to force SGD Omega in a tight spot, and they are being forced in a tight spot right now. Turtle is going to be taken here by Execration, though.
Yep, Turtle will be. I was thinking SG Rise Omega would want to take that. If they can steal this, it would be big, but it goes to Kagura instead. Zapnu with Dark Knight Falls locks everyone in.
Man.
Beautiful deadly poison stingers. And that's going to be free for nothing. Execration want more. Goes for Levi, and the Stingers will finish the job.
Minoan Fury was also clutch there for Lord, able to just pop it just on time, getting a three-man Minoan Fury, and that just secured the turtle take and secured a couple more kills on this side of Execration. They are going to be starting their push, though.
Man, Execration, they really want to finish this fast. And now, all the resources for SG Dragons Omega slowly getting pulled under the rug by Execration. Wow, this is where the this composition shines, and tower taking is their strong suit. They're showing that up right now.
They really are showing up. And man, game 3, we kind of gave a caster's curse here for a bit.
Yeah, we did.
Focusing on SGD Omega, but
yeah, we did.
it is what it is. That's just how it works. Execration just defying all odds here, or defying what the casters say, for that matter.
Yep, Levi uses ultimate, knocks Zapnu down. Dark Knight Falls will be enough to bait out a lot of aggression from SG Dragons Omega, weakening their defense on top side. However, Lex will find the target. No follow-up damage, though. So I feel like SG Dragons Omega starting to falter here, bit by bit.
Yeah, they are faltering here. If they could at least prolong this up until the 15-minute mark while not giving away any easy kills, SGD Omega could come back, but it's a huge reset button here for them. The turtle is an objective. The Lord is also an objective that SGD Omega needs, and right now, Execration, wait, the Minoan Fury though connects onto 3. That's going to be the sign for Execration to dive in. He is going to go down. Oh, he actually managed to survive. The Zombie Force is going to be popped as well defensively there for SGD Omega, but the HPs are not working well. Carlsey, though, secures the kill.
Levi on the backside.
Levi, damn, this is looking really good for SGD Omega, but it's going to be forcing them back, though.
Yep. Good start on the climb back here for SG Dragons Omega. They're still behind by quite a bit, though. Opens up the Lord to be taken by Execration, and there's nothing that they can actually do about it. Everyone is just starting to get back on their feet in terms of items, and they are also trying. Oh wait, did it die already?
Who?
Did the Lord die already? Oh no, it was
yet.
They took the turtle. I thought that was Lord already. So that is going to be SG Dragons Omega left with at least no Lord to defend against. But Execration, they are going for a big fight on the bottom side of the map, pushing on the tower. And Lord is in the middle. It could go for Minoan Fury anytime. Dale, though, with a blazing duet, does a lot of damage. Cannot close out any lives, though.
Lord doesn't have enough rage to go for the Minoan Fury, but good on them to just force everybody back there, forcing a disengage from SGD Omega. Because if Zapnu falls down, it could have been a game changer where they could have just pushed out the mid lane or the top lane all at the same time.
Yeah, that would have been it here for SG Dragons Omega if ever they didn't defend that mid lane properly, I feel like Execration could have gotten that inhibitor turret in the mid lane. So the red side squad still really holding steady here in this fight.
Holding as steady as they go. I think this might be another fight. No Yin Yang overturns going to be expended there because it's going to be useless. Just going to be a same umbrella open. Still dishes out a lot of damage though if it connects.
Yep, and of course E2 Max is also threatening a lot of pushing on the side lanes. So SG Ryan's Omega cannot completely focus on the one team fight, because if they do, well, those side lanes are going to be giving away soon. 20 seconds on the next Lord. Also something that Execration could consider taking now that SG Ryan's Omega are even afraid to leave their base.
Yeah, they're being forced out in a tight spot here because Execration, they're just sieging all lanes all at the same time. If SGD Omega decides to step out of their base, just like what we're seeing right now, they could just meet their demise, but they're just clearing out the waves as much as they can just to try to delay the push from happening. The Lord, though, is up and running, an objective that SGD Omega badly needs at this point.
SG Dragons Omega, man, look at the goal difference that they have to deal with. 10,000. It's actually a bit surprising that they can hold up this well against Execration, considering they are so behind in items.
That's the Lord secured as well. And just like what we talked about, SGD Omega wants to go into the late game. As soon as Levy goes online, things might change, might just change, but they're not online yet, so they're just trying to build their way towards that. And while that's happening, the rich gets richer as Execration is just mounting up a huge ton of money.
So 11,000 gold lead for the blue side squad. They have Lord walking in the middle, and they are now gonna threaten a strong push on all sides. This is really bad for Omega here. But will this next team fight define the win? Let's find out.
It should define the win here because this middle lane turret is going to fall down. Dark Nightfall is going to be used as well. Blazing Duet doesn't last long. Oh wait, no Blazing Duet's expended there, but nobody lasts long there in that initial fight, and SGD Omega is going to be forced back here. Kalsi kind of trying to chip down the HP of the Lord, does secure the kill, but this is the same thing that happened to Execration in game number 1. Zalman Force is going to be popped there. Does connect. Minoa Fury almost there. No, not enough range, and I think SGD Omega is going to be able to secure the victory. Not the victory, but the defense. But damage is just way too much to handle here. This might just be it, and unless he turns on his own on that Akai, nothing much he can do.
Trying to buy time here. That was funny to watch. Oh, hold on.
This might change.
Hold on. Claude is back in the game. Blazing Duet pushes E2 Max back, but to stop the defense, and Execration tie it up against SG Dragons Omega 101.
That is a bit of an Execration game there, without a shadow of a doubt.